MAGA meltdown. Kendrick Lamar halftime show. Put it up full mass. When I tell you this was beautifully done. MAGA is melting down over Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime message, not performance. It was a message in performance by the Grammy winners' performance, including appearances by Samuel L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam, Serena Williams crip walking to a song about an ex-boyfriend that was diabolical. Colorado, oh man, Colorado Representative Lauren Boebert was quick to complain. Put it up. Tell me I'm not the only one needing subtitles for this. No, ma'am, you're not. You see, you're not enlightened. I'll put it back up, please. You're not enlightened, ma'am. This message was for the enlightened. I'm going to read what other unenlightened individuals who are not open to the reality of their solution. You're looking at your solution during that halftime show. I will break it down for you. Right-wing commentators, Eric Daughtry, Benny Johnson, took their criticisms to the extreme, describing the performance as black nationalist, and calling Lamar a, quote, mumbling pagan satanic cultist. Mumbling pagan satanic cultist. Okay. Guys, to the extreme conservatives who have decided to chime in on the polarization of evil in reference to what they still deem a performance by calling our dear brother Kendrick Lamar some kind of pagan Satanist, when the evidence is contrary, he is a beacon of light, if you're able to accept it. But, you know, the NFL has done far worse atrocities than what you are talking about in your current commentary. I mean, Colin Kaepernick, did you blame the NFL for what they have done to marginalize black voices or women, abuse victims? No. You only came up with this religious mumbo jumbo when a black man told you the truth and happened to have a smile while doing it. Conservative commentator Matt Walsh described the performance as, quote, easily the worst halftime show we had ever seen. Now, don't they say this every year? Yeah, they do. Disgraced former Congressman Matt Gaetz chimed in. Wow. The halftime show you just watched is clearly the regime's response to Trump's historic gains with black men. Now, his comment was not the highlight of this post. It was actually Mr. Brian Tyler. In response to Matt Gaetz' response to the halftime show, Brian Tyler said, quote, I hear you like I'm young, end quote. Well played, sir. Well played. Another former representative, George Santos, you know, the prolific criminal. I mean, this cat, wow, was more direct. The Super Bowl halftime show was absolute trash. Now, what do all of these individuals have in common? MAGA. They are not for solutions. They are not able to be critiqued. They do not like light. What is light? Light is information. Light is information to break the shackles. Light is truth. They don't want truth. They want propaganda. Now, see, if Kendrick Lamar would have come out singing proud to be an American, oh my God, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, the white kind. Ben Shapiro, icing on the cake right here. No pun intended, Ben. My halftime show review, actually, it's a beautiful voice and a beautiful accent. The only problem is I can't understand a word you're saying. But I just say this, good luck, live in peace. I know, dear brother, you see, he's speaking a language that you don't. It's called real-ish. And if you're not versed in real-ish conversations, then the language is foreign to you. But I appreciate you telling the truth. Let's break down the imagery here. Put it up full mass. Kendrick Lamar, coming from the background of gang culture, I do myself understand the polarization that is required to navigate egos, check egos, and sometimes finesse egos to survive. The symbolism many of them missed from Kendrick Lamar's epic Super Bowl halftime show was the reality of our gang divisions in the United States of America. I'm not talking about Crips and Blood. I'm talking about us. The gangsters that are truly terrifying, that create your policies that kill your mama. Those are the gangsters that he's talking about. There's this division, this fluid, chaotic division, but we are all in the same space, but divided. And what are we really divided by? Because the colors don't divide us. See, the colors create a category. What divides us is our response to our experiences, exposures, and environments. You see, as a social scientist as well, I believe truly that a person is made up of those three E's, myself included. You change experiences, exposures, and environments, you all of a sudden change a person's perspective. This is why they're fighting hard to make sure you cannot disrupt their normative and privileged experiences, exposures, and environment. Because if you do that, you thus start transforming the person. Uncle Sam, our brother did a wonderful job. He was supposed to represent the sanitized America. Samuel L. Jackson played this role very well. The America that makes most of the Super Bowl viewers comfortable. That's why he said, quote, too ghetto before Not Like Us started playing. And then he was silenced. He was all part of that interplay. If you are bothered by the halftime show being boring, he was there for you. He was enlightening you to the reality of what you are here for. You are here for entertainment, not information, not truth. And so he was that character in the halftime show that allowed everyone, if they were able to get it, we all understand it, that this is intentional, that this is going to make y'all comfortable. All right, so Jackson's Uncle Sam said that Lamar's performance was, quote, too ghetto, telling him to, quote, tighten up. That was in the beginning. Before flashing back to his dancers taking shape of the American flag. As one user wrote on X, the creativity alone serves as a perfect example as why Kendrick won that Pulitzer in the first place. Now, remember, typically, if there are Black people on stage dancing, the right is concerned about or complaining about body movement, body features, lack of clothing, lack of class, taste, appropriateness. But none of that was a complaint. Boring. That's all they said. Now, the entire performance was obviously steeped in American imagery on an incredibly deep level. From dancers dressed in the colors of the American flag to Jackson narrating Lamar's journey playing the great American game. He then said, quote, I want to perform their favorite song, but you know, they love to sue, end quote. Naturally, this sent the internet into a frenzy with fans shocked just how frank Lamar was at that moment. And in case you forgot, last month, Drake filed a defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group, claiming that UMG approved and helped promote the false factual allegation that the headlines rapper was or is a certified, quote, certified pedophile, as Lamar raps in Not Like Us. A truly difficult moment to digest was this one. Okay. When I saw Serena Williams, not on the sideline, not in the crowd, but on a stage, part of the performance. When Kendrick Lamar finally performed Not Like Us, the camera quickly moved over to Serena, who was seen dancing to the song. Williams dated Drake 2 years ago. Now, let me say this, all right? We got to stop this. This may be too much for our brother Drake. I mean, damn it, man. I've been saying for years, and people thought I was hating on Drake. I said Drake is the #1 rapper out of Canada. But when we put him up against the greatest of all times, I said, you're setting him up. You're setting him up. What is he doing now? No offense to my Canadian viewers, but he's acting real Canadian in hip hop right now. And that's cool because he's Canadian. But to have your ex-girlfriend crip walking on a stage when the song is about you liking minors, oh my goodness, man. All right, Woz.
I mean, to get back to the right wingers for a sec, I think if you're Kendrick Lamar in this camp, you woke up very happy this morning knowing that who your greatest critics were the exact right people to be pissed off. Like, that goes without saying. These guys don't get it. Just the idea that this was boring, I think, is crazy. The guy obviously put on a performance, well thought out, very brilliantly executed. And the bottom line is the guy had one of the biggest years a rapper's ever had in the history of the genre. And so the idea that he didn't belong on that stage and performing his artistry in a way that he deemed most appropriate is just crazy to me. Like, he earned that moment and he did with it what he's always done in his career. He's always been big on the symbolism and messaging about America and especially places like Compton where he grew up. And that goes without saying. In terms of the performance and vanquishing his enemies and Drake and others, the message was sent, the message was clear. It's definitely a victory lap of proportions that we've never seen. And yeah, I don't know how you watch that and not think this guy put a lot of time, effort, and talent into what he did. And I thought it was a flawless execution of all of those things. And if Ben Shapiro doesn't get it, you probably did the right thing with your halftime show performance.
That's right. The problem would be if you agreed with any of those individuals that disagreed with the halftime show, you need to look in the mirror because you're not in good company. All right, and big ups to Kendrick, first rapper to solo an entire halftime show. Big ups to him. He earned it, and he is doing it with a credible message. All right.